Hello and good morning, friends. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas on my page. I just wanted to come and tell you guys Happy Mother's Day to begin with. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I've had a beautiful weekend. I got to see my mom this weekend. She came for graduation. Sad that my other family didn't get to come, but that's perfectly all right. They are working on buying a house and had some things to do, so it happens. But I wanted to come and share a story with you guys. You may start hearing this story a lot. You may see it in other places. So let me get started. So at graduation, we had to be there at 4 o'clock, and like family and everybody else, it was starting at 6. So I went over, and everybody else was still getting ready and doing their things to come to graduation. Because we're thinking they got a couple extra hours, an extra hour or so. So everything's going to be okay, right? So I'm walking around talking to my friends, talking to people that I went to school with, people that we were in classes together. And I walked up to our program director, and I looked at her and I was like, I'm 39 years old, and this is the first time I'm going to walk a stage. And so we got a little bit into my story. And so I tell her my story. And she goes, wait a minute. You need to tell Stacy this. Stacy Buff is the man who is over the workforce development programs, and he is the one that made sure we had a graduation this year. So she calls him over, and I tell him my story. Now, just a little background. When I get to the next part, I'll tell my story. So I tell him my story, and he's like, wait a minute. I need you to tell this to someone else if you are willing to tell it to someone else. So I was like, okay, no problem. I don't mind. So he gathers the president of the college, another gentleman. Now, Stacy's the vice president of workforce development. So he grabs the president, another gentleman, and the marketing director. And he's like, okay, go ahead and tell them your story. So I do this. Now, my story. I quit high school in 10th grade because I had been in foster care in 9th grade for most of 9th grade. And at the end of my 10th grade year, the principal looks at me and tells me that I have to retake the entire year's worth of classes that I had just completed, because my time in foster care, none of the credit that I had for school counted. So here I am in 10th grade, just finished 10th grade with all of my friends and everybody I was in school with, and they tell me that I have to take it again because my 9th grade year didn't count. And I looked her in the face and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm not losing an entire year's worth of work. So the principal made me promise her that I would continue through the adult high school. Well, in the 2000s, adult high school is where they sent the troubled kids who just couldn't get their crap together. So about 3 days in that class, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not doing this. So I quit altogether. In 2007, right after I found out that I was pregnant, I went back to McDowell Tech here in Marion, and I got my GED. I didn't walk. At that time, it was offered for the programs, the adult high school, the GED program. When you got your degree, whether it be GED or diploma, you could walk. So I chose not to because I was going directly into the CNA program the first time. So I've been a CNA for 4 years, y'all. Anyway, so I go directly from getting my GED in July and signed up for CNA class in August. And I graduated that class in December, and I was 2 months away from giving birth to my youngest son. So I'm big pregnant, like big pregnant. So I was like, no, I'm not going to walk this time. And I continued on and done classes through other spaces, but nothing ever really stuck. And then I came back, we moved back to Marion last June, And I got myself into the CNA program again, because after you've let it go for 2 years, you can't just take a refresher course. You have to start all over again. So I started all over again, and I took the CNA class again and passed it. And we had a small graduation in class. I'm sure many of you guys remember me posting that. So I posted about that, and we were all thinking that was it. Well, Mr. Buff had another idea in mind. So he pulled this graduation out of his hat, made magical unicorns happen last minute, because we weren't really expecting to do it. So I get through this semester. It ended 2 days before graduation. I get through this semester with a 4.0 GPA. And I am now in the pre-nursing program. And I have 45 of 63 of the general education credits. So I am 2/3 of the way through that program. I've got a 4.0, and they all of the people that had gathered around me to hear my story tell me that I am the epitome of what this program is designed to do. I am the epitome of what they hope happens through going through these programs. And the marketing director asked me if she could reach out to me this coming week, because she wants me to share my story. She wants to tell my story so that maybe it will help other people. I am 39 years old. 39 years old. Never in my life did I think that I would be going back to school at this point in my life. I had always planned to have it done sooner, but then something would always happen. Something would get in the way. Something would block me. But it's something I really want to do with my life. So the school is going to reach out to me, and I get to be a spokesperson for the college and helping people see that just because you made some decisions when you were younger, that doesn't have to end your life. You can alter the course of your future just by making good choices, by deciding to go back to school if that's what you want to do. And it's so funny because in the fall, I'm also going to get my nail tech. So I'll have CNA, nail tech, the pre-nursing program basically completed. I'll only have 1 or 2 classes a semester until I get into the actual nursing portion of the program. And then all I have is the nursing classes to go. So those classes will also probably be 1 to 2 a semester. Just because they have to run in sequence, so I can't take a cluster of them at the same time. But I wanted to come on and share all of this with you guys today. I've been so emotional over the fact that my story means something. I made a whole series of poor choices in my younger days. And never did I think that just pushing through, continuing to push through, anybody would even see it and be like, wow. But that's what I want to share with you today. All the mamas out there, perseverance is something that we connect with. We always just have to persevere as a mama. So if you have thought about, are thinking about, or it may have just been in the back of your mind to go back to school for something, whatever it may be, even if it's public speaking, like, if you're in the network marketing industry and you want to advance your career, going to school for public speaking would be a bonus for you. But no matter what it is that you're doing, no matter where it is you plan to go with your life, even at any age, you can do it. All you've got to do is put your mind to it. So I wanted to come on and share my story with you today. I know many people aren't going to be able to hop on live. It's Mother's Day. So if you guys check out the replay, comment #replay and let me know down below. And yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys today. It's so empowering for someone else to see my story and go, dang, that could change a life somewhere. And so I am super excited to dig more into this with the school and to maybe encourage a few other people to go back to school. There's so many things that you can do through a technical community college that will boost your income. It can even help you work from home. So if you want to talk a little bit more about it, feel free to reach out. I will gladly encourage you in whatever your life goals may be, whether it's to go back to school, build a business, build a house. I will encourage you in that because I feel like everybody should be living their best life. Don't find yourself miserable and don't feel trapped or stuck because of a situation that you have found yourself in or a position that you have found yourself in. There's always a workaround. There's always a way to find something else to occupy your time with that is a positive thing. School for me has been major. There's been times I want to quit in the last 6 months. I'm not going to lie. There's been times I've looked at my husband and I'm like, I just don't know if I can do this. We need money today more than we need money in the future right now. So I need to stop. And he's like, no, you do not. And so that's why I want to tell you guys that no matter where you are in your life journey, it's never too late. Like this last semester, all of my classes were online. So you don't even have to fully go sit depending on what your classes are. Now, next semester, I am taking a hybrid class that one day will be in the building. And then the same thing for fall semester. Well, when I add nail tech in, that'll be different. But my main classes, I only have to go one day a week. And then next semester, I'll also only have to go for my main classes one day a week. That gives me that positive people interaction that I need outside of my bubble to keep my sanity. Doing all online this semester kind of drove me a little crazy. Being able to go and interact with people is really important as a human. So having that one day in person is going to make a huge difference for me as a person. But you can do pretty much everything primarily online these days. And there are tutors that will help you if you do online these days. So there are so many tools out here that can help you advance your life as a person. Jump in it. Don't overthink it. Jump in it. I never would have thought that starting the CNA class again would lead me down the path that I'm going on. I never would have thought that taking that class would get me back into nursing. But I've realized just how much I've missed that side of me, and how much I want to do more. I want to be able to do more. So, that is my story. If you're just now tuning in, go back and check out the replay. I try to go like pretty quickly so it's not a super long live. But I am so excited, and I'm actually really proud of myself. Pride in myself is something that has been extremely hard for me as a person. Because I spent many years in a negative self-space. So, if you are in that negative self-space today, I want to encourage you to do something positive for yourself. To do something to uplift your energy and your mentality. And realize that no matter how old, how young, your dreams can still come true, my dear. So thank you for tuning in. If you're just now checking in, go back and check out the replay. I tried to make it super short, super quick, so that I wasn't taking up too much of your time on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mamas out here in this world, stepmamas included. We love you guys, and have a great day.